7-6 suited, we're going to 3-bet. Okay, so we're going to start with a c-bet. Meanwhile, we're going to flat nines on the left. Interesting turn card here. Right, we're going to bet twice. But I don't think we need to size too big here on the turn. Yeah, because when we bet less than half pot, like a small bet, we can also induce raises here from worse hands. We're going to call twice with nines. And facing a raise, we're just going to jam here with our 7-6 club, 7-6 of spades. Nice. 8-7 suited. I think I like a check raise here. And so that's what we're going to do. Let's make it this much. And we see the perfect turn card here. So we are going to overbet. Damn it. You see the dreaded 4-bet. This is why we don't 3-bet these hands too often in these positions. But given we did decide to 3-bet, we're not going to fold to this 4-bet. And I don't see us going anywhere now with this hand. So obviously we have lots of options with this hand. I think we're just going to go with it. So we're just going to raise, and all the money's just always going to go in now from our perspective. If he's going to jam, we're just going to snap call. All right. Right, defend 4-5 suited, and we flop a straight, although it is the bottom end of the straight. Not complaining. We're going to go for an overbet here. I think we have to check this river card. Right, that's a relief. Trip sixes. Ace jack. We're just going to flat. Most likely going to be continuing for 2 streets here with the ace of spades, but not versus a massive overbet. It's a c-bet, which is not something you see very often at these stakes. So that is going to be big enough to get us to fold our ace high. King jack, we open, we c-bet, and we're going to overbet this turn card to target some of his queen x of diamonds. So I think you can go for some thin value in terms of targeting his queen x of diamonds, but we're still going to go for an overbet here, which I think we're good very often. We've got snap called, facing a small c-bet. We can mix here between check raise and check call, so we can randomize this spot, and I think with 10-7 that needs a bit more protection, we will go for a check raise. Right, and we are going to bet twice here with 10-7. And now we just have a very clear check the side now. And I think when we take this line, we're going to be checking, check calling the river. Very nice. So we got close to max value for our hand in that hand. Aces, we're going to 3-bet. Alright, so we see quite a dry board here for aces. I'm going to check the flop. And that's a really nice turn card for us. We pretty much got our opponent drawing dead here. Right, so we're going to delay c-bet here with aces. Tomashigo, your stream is lag. Yeah, so I'm operating on a 3-minute lag. Right, we're gonna bet small on the river here, and let's see what he does on the river. Cool. So we get a call. Just trying to think what we would have done there if he decided to jam. Would be definitely a very gross spot if he did jam there. Okay, so yeah, I love our small bet sizings there. We managed to get paid by a 7x hand there. Pocket sixes, we have a clear call. Bottom set on an ace high board. Could be pretty sweet here. I'm really surprised. Maybe I could even be a little bit worried, to be fair, to see a check. Should it be expecting our opponents to be betting this flop at a really high frequency? I'm mindful you could have a set of aces here, or you could have kings, I guess would make sense. So either way, I think we are going to check back with a set of sixes. We're playing our range here and not our actual hand in this spot. If he does bomb, turn, bomb, river, obviously we are going to call. So this is what I was predicting. I didn't like the check on the flop because he could have a set of aces. We're obviously not folding, but I'm not like over the moon in this spot, to be fair. We are going to call. I guess it's a good river card now because it should be less likely he's got aces, right? There's only one combo of aces now. Well, we're snap calling, I guess. I mean, I'm saying I'm snap calling. I mean, I haven't called, but just to explain to you guys, I guess he has minimum ace king here. He's targeting our ace queens and inferior ace x. So we are going to call, obviously, with sixes. Well, right. So I was completely wrong in my read there, as he did have a bluff. It's very hard for us to have a hand, especially when we check back the flop. So I think that's why I really like the way we played that hand in terms of checking the flop, as we managed to max value versus bluffs. Alright, so ace queen with a strong kicker. We are going to check raise. This is a nice sizing to choose to fold out his air. So we see a 3-bet. It doesn't necessarily mean we beat here. We're just going to call this 3-bet with ace jack. Right, so we're not going anywhere just yet with the ace queen. Mindful, we could have flopped the set here, or you could have like a ace jack, ace king. I don't feel like he has an ace x hand that we beat now. Gonna have to call twice with ace jack on the right. I think for this sizing, we're gonna let go of ace queen. Defend 6-7 suited here. See a nice flop. We're gonna check call here. We're gonna lead this turn card. And on this river card, we have a very clear overbet here. We have a lot of busted backdoor draws here. That we pick up equity on the turn, like 8-9 of hearts or something like that. That we can also have 6x hands in this spot. That play that way. That plays that way. Going to defend 8-9, and it's a pretty decent flop for us. I mean, we obviously have a strong hand, but it's actually a lot more vulnerable than you think. Alright, so we're going to bet small here. We can invite some check raises here by some top pairs, maybe by some over pairs. So we get called, and this turn card we're going to overbet. So we get called again, and obviously we've got the perfect run out here, unless he's got kings, but it should be pretty unlikely he's got kings, given the way he's played this hand. So we have another very clear overbet here on the river. we have a lot of bluffs in the spot, so we do want to go for a polarizing bet here on the river. Pretty messed up if he shoves here. I don't think we're folding here though. Alright, it's a good fold by him. King 5 we opened, he goes check check on the flop. And then he decides to lead the turn here. So we are going to raise. Going to call the c-bet with king deuce. And now I think we just bet small on the river here, just to target some ace-x. Oh wow, that's kind of a sick hand there. Right, so he goes for an overbet here, which we're obviously not folding. So there are a lot of draws that are available. So I think we just have a clear call here with king deuce. I think with this hand class, I think we are going to bluff catch. Sure, he has ace 10, he has 10-9 of spades. Basically, can have king jack of spades. But I think with two pair here, I think this is a call. Right, very good. Queen 10 suited, we're going to defend this 3-bet. So versus this small sizing, we are going to continue with the backdoor royal flush draw. Okay, so we do pick up just a little bit more equity. I don't like how ace-x of clubs is available as well, but he does decide to slow down now. Right, I think we're going to have to bet turn and then shove river here. Right, so I'm glad we didn't have to shove river. Against quite an aggressive opponent, I think we're going to limp call. He decides to check back and we flop the nuts. So we're going to limp stab. Expect to get check raised by some flush draws here. So we are looking to limp raise the flop. But he doesn't. So on this turn card, we are going to overbet. And we get raised for massive here. The only hand that beats us is 6-7 here. We're obviously not folding. And I don't think I like 3-betting in this spot because we're only ever going to get called by the nuts. Which only leaves one option, which is to call. Very nice. Oh wow. That was a very creative bluff by him there. I must say, I think I kind of like it. He had a gut shot. Right, so meanwhile, pocket folds here. We're obviously not folding. I'm just trying to remember how the action went. I think it went raise, call, call. And now he decides to lead the turn. I think we just call in this spot. Wow. We've got the steel wheel. And he decides to bet small. So we are obviously raising, because if we didn't, we would get kicked out of the casino if we were live. I don't like a massive raise here. I think it's just too obvious what we have if we do. So I think we're just going to raise a smallish amount to try and get somehow called. If the board was paired, I think I can justify putting in an overbet, but not in this spot. We want to get paid here, obviously. And jacks, we see an overbet here, which is a really good bet. Puts us in a really tough spot here. I don't feel like we're winning here. So we're going to fold an overpair here. I know it's tight, but even if we are ahead, we're not going to be ahead by much. Ace king, we will 3-bet this time from the big blinds. We're going to check back king 8. Nice flop with ace king. We are going to start with a c-bet, and this is a lovely river card here for us. So we're going to bet river. And here, I think I'm going to try and go for a check raise here with ace king. I mean, granted, you can have pocket tens. I think that's probably the only set really he should have here. Some king ten suit is kind of unlikely. Oh, oh. Timed out with ace king. It was a good session today. We did peak at 1 to 2 binds up, but then through a series of timeouts and maybe not concentrating, we dropped down to a profit of yeah, we still got a profit of like 50, I think, or 60 big blinds. So all in all, good session, and thanks Phil for joining the session. Really enjoyed speaking to you, and we'll see you next time.